Welcome back to another video. I am King Yenny. I'm here to show you guys the top language you will need as a software engineer in 2023 and 2024. So mainly you guys want to be adaptable to the situation. You don't want to stick on one piece of the software and never upgrade or update anything. Always be in mind that you should be updating yourself on the API, on the docs, and being somewhat ahead of the game, right? And being able to be ahead of the game, number one is automation software, Python and Selenium, or any other automation software you may want to use for your job or for your freelance or for your business. Anything you want to use, go ahead and learn that and understand the API and the docs. Getting into AI, mentioning that as well, and also machine learning, you want to be able to understand different pieces of Python, and using Python with a framework is always good. A video I also displayed out is how to prepare for a computer science role or how to be a computer scientist. Go ahead and check that out. Definitely make sure you guys are understanding different languages and programming languages in general. So, automation, optimizing anything, or even being able to understand and articulate a type of language. Even if you don't use it, you could be some kind of software manager. And with the basis of knowledge, you can always be of use in a technical background or technical field of any kind. All right, so automation software, Python and Selenium is my go-to, and generally something I've been using for a little bit, for a few months, and I'm still learning as I go, as we all learning. And Python and Selenium is my go-to for automation software. But any other automation software, go ahead and learn the documentation, learn the API, and always be ahead of the game. So number two is centralized web. So we always been using some kind of website, some kind of web app, something to display some kind of information, articles, research, anything on the internet. It takes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So understanding HTML, CSS, and JavaScript really comes in handy in being able to understand the centralized web, right? Our communication to a server and then interacting with the database, and also speaking to it in a way to update yourself on the server and update information about you or anything else you could have on the database, and having it somewhat or be seen by other people if you let it. So in that term, with a social media example, you can be let's say active once you log in, and then you can hide yourself online. So even if you are actively using the application, the web app, or the website, you are then hiding yourself. So in terms of going private on social media, that is a case of interacting with the server and updating yourself on the database to now be private on that application, and then also still using that application, website, or web app. So that's just a scenario, a little example I'll give for centralized web for the Web 2.0. And then I'll also get into Web 3.0. I'll have a separate video on Web 2.0 or Web 3.0. Definitely stay tuned and go ahead and share the video and share the channel for me to do that as well. So I'll also mention a bonus as well. A bonus is cloud computing. Now you can get into cloud computing, any certificates on that, or specifically getting to the A plus certification to now have some kind of qualification you can show to a client or to a job you're interviewing for, or even show it in your business with your employees. Like, I have an A plus certification. Now everyone should go ahead and get this A plus certification. So go ahead and understand cloud computing and go into the A plus certification or any other certifications you may want to do as a computer scientist. But I just want to throw that little bonus in there. Back to the languages. Standalone languages is number three. Standalone languages like Java, C, C++, C Sharp, all those stuff. You want to be able to make your own type of application that could be on Mac OS, that could be on Windows, that could be on Linux and Unix, anything that doesn't need internet connection or any communication to a server or a database of some kind. So, for example, I can give you Java, C, C++, and C Sharp. Java is what I mainly used. I used it in interacting with a database and a server, and also making a game, and also making a directory. So I made quite a few directories where it holds information. It takes in information, and I held it within a model type of diagram. So I can get into models and how to structure a model in a later coming videos. So go ahead and share and make sure you guys are definitely giving in your criticism as well. And C is a good example. You can also use C as an intermediate language. And using C as an intermediate language is somewhat of a implication basis for other languages as well. So using it for portability, for convenience, and being able to use it for additional communication to the machine, right? So C is mainly used to communicate to the machine and to do specific tasks when you're implementing it with other languages as well. So there's an idea for C. You can use it as an intermediate language. C++ and C Sharp. When I think about C++, it is mainly with gaming. I'll think about C++ like game design. C Sharp is more like a standalone application building as well. You can make different applications. You can make CLMs. Like a CLM is a contract lifecycle management system. And you can make different pieces of that on a local machine as well, communicating to the server in different parts of the application that you're making within that CLM type of base program. So it's different examples I have in those type of languages. You can go ahead and research it more, but eventually I have my own separate videos on how to use standalone application type of programming languages. A quick bonus too, Kotlin and Swift. Kotlin and Swift, they are softwares you use to make an application on a mobile device. So when you're making your application on a mobile device, once you get further and further in, where you're making text inputs, you're making different shapes. Now, this is why I go into geometry on the previous video, how to prepare to be a computer scientist, is understanding geometry, understanding 3D diagrams and different designs you can make within a mobile device. That's why it's very important to understand your basics before you go ahead and code something extraordinary. Just understand that you can make a lot of things within Kotlin and Swift, and to a point where we're going towards the ability of going to React. I'm pretty sure you can use Objective-C as well with Swift. So just understanding that you're going into different realms of computer science that are somewhat more advanced. And it even makes you go into responsive design. Responsive design is making the same image you see or the same HTML that you can see, for example, on the screen, and making it towards a tablet and making it towards a phone, like a mobile device, right? And when you're making responsive design, that's a lot of CSS you're interacting with. So, and you will probably go into a point where you're making a framework or making your own API or just using someone else's API to do responsive design. So a lot of Kotlin and Swift will make you get involved with responsive design. So make sure you guys are understanding HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which was the second one that I mentioned. So this is a little bonus for you guys right there. For the fourth one, decentralized web, Solidity, JavaScript, and frameworks, and Rust. So Solidity is the backbone of Ethereum, the Ethereum mainnet, and it is mainly used to interact and make your own smart contract within the Ethereum mainnet and the Ethereum blockchain, right? So decentralized web in general is just communicating through the decentralized web, mimicking the black web, the dark web, whatever you want to say about it, and making your own token or your cryptocurrency and interacting with it to where your own contract can be a type of exchange that interacts with other tokens. There's so much customization and imagination you can use when you're doing decentralized programming. So, and even Rust that I mentioned. Rust is for Solana, which is another blockchain, and you can make your own tokens with Rust. But I haven't done so much of Rust. I've done more Solidity. But in general, decentralized programming is somewhat of a must coming in the ending of 2023 and the rest of the year of 2024. This bonus is system design and analysis. You can't really make a program without system design, or a well-designed program to say, without system design and analysis. So the design part of making the system is really, you can even start with flowcharts. You can start with flowcharts to where you're making different Vivio designs, but it's mainly just drawing the system. In general, system design is to make your program before you will code it in syntax or code it in pseudocode. So system design will be this HTML page will be connecting to 2 and 3, and maybe the third HTML page will connect to page number 4, and possibly number 4 will connect to number 5 and 6, right? And then possibly going back to HTML3, the HTML3 would communicate to the app that is on iOS or Android, and then now it sends you updates on HTML on the HTML page 3, because that one is also connected to the email list, that you're getting emails and you're also updating your status on the app. So just a little scenario off the top of my head about system design and analysis is really to break down your project and have it expandable over the coming years, that you would have this project active within the software and the integration system that you're using. So system design and analysis is somewhat of a bonus. It's not a big must, but the top languages would be the decentralized web, the centralized web, and the automation software. So, and also the standalone applications. A lot of these will help you get into interviews, going for a certain job you want to go for, going for a certain business you want to go for, and even doing freelancing, right? So putting your stuff on GitHub that I was mentioning back in another video, and also going into vast amounts of Java and C and C++ to now put that on multiple GitHubs and starting a connection between GitHub and yourself with your other employees within a business format. So that's generally it. That's generally the top languages of a software engineer in 2023 and 2024. In general, you guys want to concentrate on automation and centralized and decentralized programming, and be able to spread around your communication to a server and a database, and do standalone type of applications, Java, C, C++, and also C#. So I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely stay tuned to more updates and other kinds of videos that are coming in the future. In general, I am making a Discord for the technical part of CYBE, but we also have a Gamers Guild as well. This Gamers Guild, we're doing tournaments, we're doing different kinds of matches, and any suggestions you may have in the gaming aspects, we can definitely do on Twitch and maybe even on YouTube Live. But in general, this technical Discord is coming real soon, and I plan on having it in the coming weeks and months, right? So definitely don't be too impatient, but it's gonna come real soon. So I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely give your constructive criticism or anything I could have possibly missed from this 1 to 4 with bonuses type of video. Definitely let me know in the comments in the YouTube community and the Discord as well, and I'll definitely get right to you in the coming weeks, right? I'm very busy making the website, very busy making the app, and the constructive criticism will definitely help with that as well. So take care. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and I'll communicate with you guys on the comments and the YouTube community. So anything you want to add into, like I said, definitely add it in the comments as well. So take care, peace out, and I'll see you guys later.